Hello everyone, welcome to the Green Man. Hope everybody's doing well. This is my first time actually doing a live stream, so I have no idea how this is going to go, what's going to happen. But I'm trying StreamYard as the streaming service on YouTube for the channel. Going to do a few quick updates really here. I'm not going to stay super long doing the stream since it's a bit of a test. Also, I'm turning 40, so it's kind of a pretty big event fairly soon, turning the big 40 tomorrow. Got some CD updates to go through as well. Got 7 CDs. We've got Hector Chill Dude joining the chat, I think. Hey Hector, how's it going, buddy? Hopefully you can hear me. Actually, that is one thing I am slightly worried about, but I think the audio is working. So 40 is the new 30. Yeah. All good. So just a few quick things really, and just to say that content on the channel's been a bit kind of now and then for me lately. It's kind of been very irregular, so hoping to sort of that will change, particularly once I've moved into my new place, because I think that's going to work well for doing this kind of stuff, doing YouTube. I have my own kind of space. At the moment, I kind of living with mum and dad, so it's not been so straightforward to find lots of time to do YouTube. But I'm doing it sort of when I can, and got some videos coming up. Looking forward to reviewing New Elverti. That's an album I'm super looking forward to. The singles have been great in my opinion. I think one was called Arwen. I really liked that one. Really excited for New Elverti. At the moment, based on the singles, it could be, if the rest of the albums like the singles, I think that could end up being my favorite album of this year so far. But yes, very much looking forward to that album. There's another album, I think, by a band called Blonde that's coming out soon in May. I'm vaguely interested in, having listened to a couple of singles from that. I think that was one on Pitchfork's list of anticipated albums that I noticed and thought I might be interested in that. It's kind of an alternative rock grunge band. I think they're called Blonde. So yes, got some albums coming out. I want to do a top 10 symphonic metal ballads video that I've had kind of in the mix for a while, just haven't yet recorded it. I'm going to do that as like some sort of maybe a shorts videos actually, rather than doing it as a proper kind of long video. I'll just might do it as shorts, because I think with songs, when I'm talking about songs, I always find shorts easier to do than to do big long videos for them, because with songs I don't know a huge amount of musical theories, so I kind of run out of things to say with songs quite quickly, I find. Whereas when I'm talking about albums, you can go a bit more into the themes and the musicians and all the band members and all that kind of stuff, and you can talk a bit more. I find with songs, you kind of, if you don't know a lot of music theory, it's harder to talk a lot about a particular song, I find. Even though I play guitar, I don't have a great knowledge of music theory, to be honest. Oh, we got Rock of All Ages in the chat. Awesome. Thank you for the happy birthday message. Yeah, in about 2 hours. My birthday is in about 2 hours. So 2 hours and 24 minutes to be exact at this time. So yeah, quite exciting. So those are the quick updates. Hopefully, I would say the channel relaunch at the moment is looking like it will be in June. So hopefully a summer of new content and regular content is what I'm aiming for. Should be cool. But I thought I'd do a live stream for a change. Haven't tried it before, so like I say, complete experiment, but we'll see how it goes. CDs. I've been buying quite a few CDs lately. That has still carried on. Got several here that I dare say if I get some birthday money, I might be buying more CDs as well after this. But starting off with Epica, got a Spiral. That was actually my last video on the channel. Dark Horse album return, Hector. Yes, that would be great to revive that series. That was a really cool series. This is Epica's latest album, A Spiral. and I gave it a 9 out of 10. Possibly at the moment my album of the year. Really love the Averst album. Really liking the Deafheaven album at the moment as well. Deafheaven's new album was really good. This one as well. The album artwork's kind of odd, but it's striking at the same time. So it's not the best artwork we've had from Epica, I don't think, but it's sort of striking at the same time. So yeah, enjoying Epica very much. I feel like it's a little bit more guitar focused, maybe less symphonic than some of their previous releases. Hey CD Cave, thanks for joining the chat. And thanks for the birthday wishes as well there. Thank you very much. So I've got, this album was one that I think I discovered through JC Rocker Meta Reviews, and then he said he found out about this band through Hammerheart and Hammerheart's March video of albums. This was Hammerheart's #1 album for March, and this is Seven Sisters. And I'm really enjoying this. It's a bit like Seventh Son of a Seventh Son era Iron Maiden. Heavy metal, kind of power metal stuff. Really enjoyable, pretty melodic, but yeah, some memorable stuff on there. So I'm quite enjoying that one. Next up, we got another album that I liked, and I just think it's a fun album, to be honest. And I ended up ordering it because I was enjoying it a lot. And this is Verloc, The Circle, Italian folk metal. I think they're from Venice. And it's a bit like Elverti, with hints of Nightwish's sound here and there. Really enjoy it. Very catchy. Very kind of, it's a kind of, there's a drinking song on here as well. So a little bit of Ailstorm vibes coming through now and then. But I think it's a really good album, actually. It's sort of like Hector saying Dark Horse. This is a bit of a Dark Horse album for me this year. I didn't hear many people talking about this one, and I think it's a lot of fun. Deafheaven and Mesa album. Actually, I haven't spoken about that. I haven't got that on CD. I might get that on CD at some point. But I have listened to that one this week a lot on my iPod because I downloaded it. And that is that's an amazing album, actually. That's really, really good. Yeah. If anyone that doesn't know Mesa, they're like kind of a doomy. They're a doomy band, but they've got lots of different things going on, I find, or stylistically they can change a bit from song to song. The consistent thing. Yeah, Rock of All Ages, I still have an iPod. I'm like, yeah, I'm stuck in like the early 2010s, I think, somewhat. That's why. So yeah, I really enjoyed Mesa. I think they have a very sort of, the vocals to me pinned the record down from song to song. So yeah, I'd certainly say Mesa are probably in my top 10 albums of the year so far as well. This is another band I really enjoyed, Averst from the US. Another one with another female vocalist. And she's pretty cool. I think her name was Sarah. I think it'll probably say in the booklet. Let's see if I can find out. But this album's like death metal for me. Sort of with a lot of melody and some gothic elements to it as well. But a really cool album, actually. I'm hoping it's got a list of the band members inside, but now I don't think I can find a list of the band members. Oh, Sarah Hartman, that's who I was trying to think of. She's the singer. So, yeah, good band. Really enjoying their stuff at the moment. I still have my iPod, but lost charger. Oh, no. Yeah, I find I just like I kind of like the design of them. I know most people now listen to music through their phones, but to me, I mean, maybe I'm showing that I am now nearly a 40-year-old man, nearly, not quite there yet. But I just find that phones and listening to music on phones is, yeah, not totally sure about it. It just doesn't work for me listening to music through phones. I just can't get used to that. Strange thing. Oh, that's cool. So Sarah Hartman is in an album Chill Dude is reviewing tonight. So guys, look out for that. Actually, sub to Chill Dude's channel if you haven't already. Really good channel. Great interviews on there. So I'm going to talk about the next album. And hopefully people that follow my channel maybe watch the synth pop video and also the Churches ranking I did recently, although this isn't a Churches album that I'm about to show off, but it is a synth pop album from 2023. And I've just really something about this album, I don't know what it is, but it is just right up my street in terms of the taste of the kind of electronic sound I enjoy. And it's this artist called Zoe Sinias, and she was once in a band called Linea Aspera, a two-piece band, I think. And she is Australian. I find so many artists I like recently tend to be either from Australia or Italy. What's going on there? Yeah, she's got quite a, like, find it sort of it's quite a dark album in a way, very smooth, kind of really vocals just glide above all the electronics on the album. I'm really enjoying this. It's not a 2025 release. Most of the albums I've got here, actually, about to go to two pretty old albums in a moment because I'm going through a bit of a discovery phase with a couple of artists at the moment. I'm about to talk about them. That will be interesting to talk about them. But yeah, so Zoe's nice. This is his fourth solo studio album. I think I've got it noted, actually. It's her third solo studio album. Sorry, she has done four, I think. She did one called Ecdysis, possibly last year. So she does a lot of albums, I think, both with other projects and solo studio albums. But yeah, worth if you like synth pop, certainly the sort of moodier kind, I think you'd probably really enjoy that. It's a really good album. So going back to the 80s next, actually, we're going back to the 80s, 1989. And I've been kind of always quite into this style, but I've never gone the whole way with getting into lots of bands of that era. But there's one album I've always enjoyed that I've never bought on physical media, on CD or any other kind of physical media. And I finally gave in and decided to buy this album by Alice Cooper, Trash. It's got Poison on it, which is the song everybody knows and even gets played at, I don't know, like big events. I was going to say weddings, but I'm not sure I've heard Poison played at a wedding yet, but I hear it at a lot of events, and it's probably the album with I was wanting to say one of his most successful singles, surely, if not his most successful single, Poison. It did make the charts. I think it did very well in the UK charts, both the album and Poison, the single. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I just really like Kiss. Bit of glam metal. It's got other really good songs on apart from Poison. So Spark in the Dark. Bed of Nails is actually a great song. Bed of Nails is a fantastic track. Hell is Living Without You. And I had been thinking about I was thinking that there's probably a few Alice Cooper albums that could be candidates for Is It That Bad even as well. So maybe there's something in that. I think there's some lower rated albums of his anyway, and none that I can think of right now, but maybe JC, he's got good knowledge of Alice Cooper stuff. I think he did a ranking of Alice Cooper, like 29 albums he's got. Hector, I would play it in a wedding. Also, I missed out a couple of other comments here. So Rock of All Ages is going to Nick Cave. Oh, that should be pretty good. Yeah, let's do an Alice Cooper. Is It That Bad? I'm not sure. Has Alice Cooper not been done yet on Is It That Bad? Maybe he's not. I feel like there's an album he did. Was it Constrictor? And that got bad reviews. Otherwise, JC probably knows some bad ones or less good ones, mixed ones. Nita Strauss is Alice Cooper's touring guitarist, is he? Or is she? Wow, that's awesome. I found out that his Hey Stupid album is another album I really like from the same kind of era as Trash. That's another album I'd like to get eventually on CD as well. Hey Stupid, really enjoy that one. It's got Joe Satriani, I think, on that one as well. And people that know me well know I'm a pretty big fan of Joe Satriani's stuff, so that's cool. And next up, going even more sort of down that 80s like hair metal route, I guess. Although this was in their earlier years, so this is Whitesnake. Come and get it. Apparently that album cover was a little bit controversial. Apparently. It's to do with the snake's mouth, and I'll leave it at that. And you guys can work out why that might have been controversial. It's got Don't Break My Heart Again on this one. I really like that song. I think that's the single. Actually, in truth, I still need to listen to this. I remember really liking it a while back, and I haven't properly listened to this one yet. So I do need to give that a listen at some point soon. But yeah, I kind of like I found I liked a lot of the earlier Whitesnake stuff a while ago, and I've been meaning to check it out for a long time. Always been aware of 1987, and I've always listened to 1987, but I haven't been back to the early material. And I remember really liking the song Ready and Willing. I think it's kind of the blues. They've got a bluesiness to their early stuff that I enjoy. So I do mean to check out more Whitesnake soon. That's all my CDs. That's all my CDs that I've bought recently. I think that was 7 in total. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do an Alice Cooper Is It That Bad at some point. It'd be interesting. Something else occurred to me the other day as well, but another Is It That Bad episode that I thought of, but it's not coming to mind. Let me know. Yeah, we'll do. Cool. So it's good to have had some chat. Actually, I wasn't expecting that. I thought I'd have to pretty much, talk the entire time without any input, which because this channel's not yet super big. Still on around getting into close to 7. So if you're watching the stream, do drop a subscribe, because I'm getting closer to 700 at this point, which would be cool to get to 700 maybe sort of, next couple of weeks. That would be awesome. Get 700 subs. So, summer's coming soon. I'm quite looking forward to it, actually, because in the summer I've hopefully settled down in my new house, and I've got loads and loads of horror films to catch up on. So you know me, I usually watch a lot of horror films and talk about a lot of horror. I've got so many that I've missed. I think Sinners is all the talk at the moment. I want to see that. Drop apparently is quite good. It's a Blumhouse film. Blumhouse, for me, don't like a lot of their films, but when they do a good one, they do really good. Speak No Evil, the remake of the Danish film, I thought was excellent, and that was a Blumhouse film. So yeah, I'd be interested in Drop, which just sounds like it's about someone that goes on a first date and lots of weird things happen. Don't know too much more about it than that, but that kind of got my interest. I have missed The Monkey, the Stephen King adaptation. I have missed Heart Eyes. I was interested in that. Like that Hugh Grant horror film, that was Heretic. That was really, really good. Hugh Grant was great, and I like Sophie Thatcher, who was in Companion, which I did see. Companion was back in January, so I actually got to see that one, and that one by default, it's probably my favorite horror film of this year because it's one of the only horror films I've actually managed to see that's come out this year. So I did see another film called The Gorge with Anya Taylor-Joy, which was just okay, I think. I thought it started really well, but it kind of went a bit, sort of, for me, it went a bit wild in its final act, and I wasn't as big on that one, on The Gorge, although it started well. Yeah. Oh, right. Is this the Minecraft film? Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. There seems to be a lot on social media about Minecraft and about Snow White, which is a whole other thing on the internet. There's been a lot of, like, I don't know. I'm so curious about Snow White because it's had so much hate. Like, it makes me curious to see what it's actually like. Is Minecraft the one where they say something about chicken? Everyone shouts something when it comes up. Chicken. What is it? Maybe you know, Hector. Chicken something. Yeah, my nephew's really into Minecraft, so Kids' Choice. Yeah, it's a kids' movie, isn't it? It's a kids' movie. A lot of kids' movies are very popular at the cinemas at the moment. Lots of people going to see kids' films. I think I did a video about horror being popular, but I think children's films are more popular than horror at the moment as well. Children's films are selling. Yeah, Kids' Choice, like Minecraft, like think we're back now. I don't know what happened there. Chicken Jockey Hector. So basically, I think my Wi-Fi cut out there briefly. So apologies if you were following the stream, you're wondering where I've gone. Completely just cut out. So apologies if you were watching the stream and technical issue. So I'm back, but actually I was drawing towards the end of things anyway. So I was going to just thank people if you've joined. And I will do this again sometime, I think. I mean, ideally, I'll grow my subscribers a bit more. But I thought it was going to be a cool thing to do, just to try this out, see how it goes, and show off some CDs. I'm sure next time I will have more CDs to show off because I do quite often buy CDs. So yeah, thanks all for checking out the stream if you join me. Otherwise, guys, till next time, as always, from the Green Man, bye for now.